What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. In today's video, we're going to be discussing and making some predictions for night one of Wrestlemania, which is going to be this Saturday. There are 7 matches on the card. 5 of them are going to be championship matches, so I'm super excited to see it. Way more excited to see some of the others, but without further ado, people, let's jump right into these predictions. All right, first up, we got Jade Cargill versus Naomi, right? So, as you guys all know, Naomi was the one that attacked Jade a few months back that put her out for a bit. Jade found out, or Jade knew who it was. She came back at one of the pay-per-view events, and she attacked Naomi. And now she gets her a chance to revenge. So I think that Naomi is going to win here. Jade appears to have all the momentum, but I think Naomi is going to be on top here, finish on top here. So we'll see how it goes. All right, up next we got Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable. Now it remains to be seen if Rey Mysterio is the better luchador at this point, but I definitely feel that Gable, or El Grande Americano, has stepped up his game, man. He's made some really nice moves in the last few matches that he's appeared in, and him and Rey Mysterio have been going at it. They got a bone to pick with each other. So I think that El Grande Americano wins this match, but I think that Rey Mysterio will unmask El Grande Americano. For the United States Championship, we've got LA Knight, versus Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf, or whatever you guys want to call him. He's been on a warpath these last few weeks. He had that mini feud with the big SOB. So I'm glad that feud is over with. They're going at it, man. I feel like they were fighting each other every night on SmackDown. So I kind of got tired of it. They're putting each other through the table and running around the ring and jumping into each other, and it kind of got a little bit repetitive. So I'm glad that's over with. But in this match, I think that Fatu is going to beat LA Knight. I feel like Fatu is a little more aggressive at this point. He's a lot more hungry. And plus, I think that WWE has bigger plans for LA Knight. He's like definitely a rising star. He's already known as a megastar, but I feel like he's a rising star in the championship ranks. So Fatu over the LA Knight. For the World Tag Team Championship, we've got the War Raiders versus the New Day. All right, the New Day has been pretty pesky. They've been getting on everyone's nerves. They're like heels, and I got a feeling that that they're gonna come close to winning, but I think someone's gonna come interfere. Maybe someone from the LWO that the New Day has been tormenting this past few weeks. So I think they're gonna come interfere in the match and cause the New Day the World Tag Team Championship, and the War Raiders are going to pin them and retain the belt. For the WWE Women's Championship, we've got Tiffy Tom versus Charlotte Flair. Have you wooed today, by the way? So this has been like pretty heated, and it's been a controversial story leading up to WrestleMania, because when they've been meeting, it's been a little like awkward, and Tiffy doesn't have that same mic presence, and every time that Charlotte is trying to speak, like everybody is like booing as loud as possible. So this build up to this has been kind of awkward. So, but I can see Tiffy, retaining the belt against Flair. Flair is a great wrestler. She got the figure 8 and all that. But I think that Tiffy is going to receive some assistance from someone that we haven't seen in a while. I'm going to say Nia Jax is going to come in and interfere. and cost Charlotte Flair the title. So we'll see how that goes. It's just my prediction, but it's going to be still tiffy time after WrestleMania. This match is for the World Heavyweight Championship. We got Gunther, who's the champ, versus Jey Uso, right? Mr. Yeet himself. Mr. Yeet himself. Now, this lead up has been like super awkward. Like Jay's been like slipping, and he's been not jumping over the ropes, finishing his moves. And speaking of his moves, man, Jay's skill moves are like, I don't think they're like championship worthy, man. Like he doesn't have a move that makes you go like, oh shoot, or what I'm saying, like a move that you got to see, like an RKO or something. I don't think he's. If they're planning on making him champ, I think it's just because of his like popularity, but not because he's like a good wrestler. Because he looks pretty stiff in the ring, man. But I think Gunther, ever since one of their last encounters when he like bathed in his brother's blood, that was pretty sick. I think that was probably like the best build up that they could do. Like when his brother slapped him the week before, and then they fought each other the following week on Raw. Like Gunther like beat him, and then he like legit like beat him. He beat him to a bloody pulp. He's like licking his blood and like put it on his face, and he handcuffed Jay to the ring. Man, it's pretty disturbing, man. Especially like from Jay, I know that like messed with him to see his brother like that. But I think Gunther, despite all that, I think Gunther is still going to retain the belt. Be it how unpopular it is, like he's just a better wrestler, man. They call him the ring general for a reason. I think he's gonna, finish Jey Uso off pretty quickly. And this next match is probably the best one on the card for me, because I'm like a huge Seth Rollins fan. Like Seth Rollins is it. Like I like the stomp finisher. And then you got Roman Reigns, and then you got CM Punk. So it's a triple threat match for the soul of the WWE. I think Seth is going to win this, right? Roman and CM, they're going to have their thing. And I think Paul Heyman, I think that he is going to interfere somehow, some way, and cost Roman and Punk the match. I think Rollins is going to successfully pin them. Rollins has this thing with Roman, and he has this thing with Punk. He just recently, had a cage match against Punk. So they were the main event when Raw first moved to Netflix in January against each other, and so they're still feuding. Now Reigns is big time feud against Punk because he stole his manager pretty much. So. It's going to be a very interesting match. I think Rollins is going to win this, and he's going to win the solo WWE, and this is going to launch his path to winning the World Championship away from Gunther. All right, that's it for today, guys. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're a returner, thank you for that continued support, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Happy WrestleMania. Peace.